Do you want to get rich? Well, Altura will get you there faster than you can turn on a light bulb, only if you do the things that would be said in this video. Well, in this video, we will be discussing how 30,000 to 50,000 Altura tokens can make you rich, but first, let's talk about the price and why it's surging massively. The live data shows a 16.8% increase in the last 24 hours. That's a significant jump. Now, I should look at the news and technical analysis to find the reasons. Looking at the news tools, there are several articles. One mentions a pump alert with a 57% gain in a single day on Gate.io, which might be related. The article talks about a $1 million Web3 gaming grant fund launched by Altura, which could drive investor interest. There's also a merger with Covey Labs in July, which could have long-term positive effects. The technical analysis shows RSI levels above 70, indicating overbought conditions, which might suggest a short-term surge. The global crypto market cap is up 0.57% in 24 hours, but Altura's increase is much higher, so it's likely coin-specific factors. The fear and greed index is neutral, so overall market sentiment isn't driving this alone. So for the getting rich part, I believe getting 30,000 Altura tokens gets you to the top 1% holder of Altura, and this is insane when you think of it. This is because if Altura, which is around $60 million market cap, you would be sitting pretty still in 5-figure returns or even more depending on how intense the surge is. Secondly, there are a lot of things that can make this 10x. It's undervalued, it hasn't gotten to Tier 1 centralized exchange, the team is still building. If all these gets achieved this year, then you are secured. For now, let's keep buying and being optimistic for the best. Altura is a smart contract platform that aims to mitigate the issues surrounding in-game ownership through its smart NFTs and native token, ALU. Here is everything you need to know about the platform, where blockchain meets gaming. The biggest difference between traditional games and blockchain games is that traditional games are centralized, whereas blockchain games are not. Centralization implies that users report to a central body, in this case, game developers, for anything about their gaming account, particularly in-game assets. Now with blockchain games, users can perform functions they wouldn't be able to in traditional games, such as exchanging and selling these items because they own them, not the developers. As a smart contract platform, Altura allows game developers to mint, distribute, and transact the smart NFTs that represent the in-game items. Smart NFTs can be best described as NFTs that have dynamic properties that allow for them to be modified because of time-based conditions, function call-based conditions, or real-world conditions, opening up a new way to experience and own NFTs. Providing an easy-to-use interface to mint smart NFTs as well as an API for game developers to mint the NFTs, Altura is hoping for mass adoption. The NFTs along with their metadata will live on the Binance network and are represented as BP721 smart contracts. The Altura token, ALU, is the native token to the platform that will be used on its digital asset marketplace. Since ALU is supported on the Binance network, it can be purchased on PancakeSwap with Binance tokens, BNB. The token's utility provides users with the means to transact on the platform, whether buying or selling, similar to other in-game currencies like Robux from Roblox. While it is still unknown which currency will be used to pay for the gas fees when transacting, developers can benefit from receiving ALU commissions for their in-game items. For many gamers, an essential element to unlocking certain items and levels lie inside loot boxes. An interesting element to Altura is in its Oracle-based loot boxes. Integrating Chainlink Verifiable Random Function, VRF, to provide randomized loot boxes, Altura prioritizes full transparency and unbiasedness in determining the contents inside. While this may not seem like much, traditional games prevent users from ever being able to verify the legitimacy of the loot boxes due to the centralized nature of traditional game development. Since its launch earlier this year, Altura has steadily chipped away at its roadmap while gaining decent attention along the way. While the product has not yet fully been developed and launched, many are speculating the exponential growth of Altura as it will represent the very first creation and integration of smart NFTs.
Rồi, chị cất tập hồ sơ để vào chỗ cũ đi. Bánh máy nhá.